Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Good News York. My name is Noah Chrysler, and today I am sitting with Zoe Francemone. Zoe, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. Good to meet you.
You too.
Zoe, can you introduce yourself for the people at home?
Yeah, my name is Zoe Francemone, and I am a coordinator for Syracuse Fashion Week.
Fantastic. So tell us about Syracuse Fashion Week. What is it? When
Yeah.
is it? Where is it? And why should we go?
Okay, so Syracuse Fashion Week is a nonprofit organization partnered with the Food Bank of CNY. We started in 2014, so it's been a little while now. It started as the Syracuse style shows on Walton Street, just the one-off shows. And then different designers and boutiques reached out and wanted to get involved. And so Syracuse Fashion Week was born, and we made it, a week-long different fashion shows. And now it's 3 shows twice a year, so fall and spring.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And you said it's happening tonight.
Yeah, so the first show is tonight at 7 p.m., the Jefferson Clinton Hotel. We are sold out, so nobody else can come to this one.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I think there are a few tickets left for the show. That's tomorrow. It's at Mohegan Manor in Beeville, and that starts at 7:30. Yeah, and then Saturday is also at Mohegan Manor at 8.
Very
and
cool.
that is sold out as well.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
You have one event that's not sold out, though.
Yeah, and I
it's
think
on
there's
Friday.
only, when I checked right before this, I think there were only like 5 tickets
Wow.
left.
How
So,
exciting. That's
yeah,
wonderful.
Yeah, that's really, really great.
That's
yeah.
fantastic. For someone who's never been to a fashion show,
Yeah.
what would a fashion show be like? I mean, let me give you what's in my brain, right?
Yeah.
I like Tyra Banks type of a vibe, walk the
Yeah.
runway
Yeah,
type of
sort
a
of.
thing, spin
Yeah.
around, go back.
Come
Is that
back.
kind of what is that?
Yeah, for sure. But we do have different themes each night.
Okay.
So tonight is the Spring Fling. So it's a bit more casual wear, like streetwear. It's a little bit more lax, which is nice. I think if you haven't been to a fashion show before and you're really intimidated, this is a good one to start with, because it's not like really intense,
Sure.
But I love this show. So this is a little bit more casual. The show that's tomorrow is the Gala, which is my personal favorite. It's a bit more formal wear, so think like gowns, like Boom Babies is going to be involved, and they're
cool.
like, proms and all that stuff. So, a lot of gowns, formal wear. That one's really nice. I love it because I love to dress up. Who doesn't? So that one's a really good one, and the venue is really cool too. And then the one that's on Saturday is the Underground show, and it's cabaret-themed, which is the most like unique and fun. We have cabaret performers sprinkled in, so it's not just the Tyra Banks like
Sure. Yeah. Smize.
walk, smize, pose, strut. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different, but it's really fun, and
Cool.
I don't want to give too much away, but it's really exciting. The Underground's always really fun.
Gotcha. There's surprises. There are surprise performances. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
There's 5 different designers and 5 different performances. So
Cool.
yeah.
Wow. Okay. Wonderful.
Yeah.
So there's a gala. There's the cabaret thing. What's tonight again?
This is
a
the Spring
casual.
Fling. Yep.
Spring
so
Fling,
more like casual
streetwear.
streetwear. Yeah.
Gotcha. How cool. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
How long has this been going on in Syracuse?
Okay. So started 2014. So it's been a while.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
12
12
years, yeah.
Wow.
Holy
The
crap.
12th year.
Yeah.
That's super cool. What got you into fashion? Are you in the fashion world, or is
Yeah,
this
I
kind of a
love-
new foray for you?
No, I've always loved fashion.
Cool.
I've been like the odd man out. My whole family, I'm like, even when I was young, I would wear these like crazy weird things, and my sisters were like, "What the hell are you wearing? You look ridiculous." And yeah, they were right. Looking back, they were right. But it definitely helped me develop my style now. But I've always been into fashion. I was modeling and stuff, which I think really got me more into it. And then I'm a makeup artist as well. So when I was like in high school modeling and doing makeup and stuff, it really, really helped me dive deeper into the world of fashion, because it all kind of goes hand in hand a little bit. And I just really fell in love with it. And then I went to college, and I started as an intern for Syracuse Fashion Week, and I loved it. And Lisa and I just hit it off. She's the founder. And we shared a lot of great ideas, and now she can't get rid of me. It's been like 5 years, I think, now of me being here, but it's been really cool, and I just find it so fulfilling. It's a very different sort of like hustle from like makeup and modeling and stuff. It's really cool, and it's the night of the shows, it's really fast paced and crazy, and there's models running around and hair and makeup getting done, and it's like a crazy fast-paced environment, and I like love it. That's where I thrive, I think. Chalk that up to being like the youngest sibling of four. There's so many of us, so I'm used to like the craziness, but I loved it, and yeah, now I'm here.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm getting like Devil Wears Prada vibes, you know, with like the Anne Hathaway or
Yeah,
whatever. Yeah. Are
yeah.
you kind of Anne Hathaway in the movie? I don't know.
I like to. I mean, yeah, but like on a nicer, kinder.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're saying she's not the worst. Like that,
no,
like
she
Meryl
is,
Streep.
I
for
think in the
movie.
movie though, Anne Hathaway's character is more like level-headed, fun, whatever. I like to think I really want it to be a welcoming environment for everybody involved because it's really funny. I think it's been helpful for me because I was a makeup artist, so for the hair and makeup team back there, I can really understand the stress that they're going through. You know, they have to do 30 models hair and makeup in like X amount of time. It's crazy. So I really feel for them because I am one. And then I was a model, and I kind of understand, you know, it can be really nerve-wracking, you know, putting on somebody else's clothes that they've made for you and walking in front of a bunch of people. It's kind of crazy. But I try to... I think it's been helpful for me because I kind of know a little bit of what they're going through. So I feel like do you need water? Are you hungry? Can I do anything to help you? So I'm trying to like run around and make sure everybody's happy and comfortable and stuff. But yeah.
Wonderful. Maybe this is an assumption, or maybe this is just an observation that I have, but like when I walk around Syracuse and I look at the people and how they're dressed around here, I don't think to myself, oh, Syracuse is the highest fashion city in the world.
Yeah,
Do you have any tips for Syracuse locals that are, you know, trying to up their fashion game? Anything like that?
Yeah, so there are so many. I used to think the same thing.
Okay.
I did.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you're traveling around and you're going to cool big cities like New York City and stuff, and you're like, wow, all these clothes and whatever. And then once I was here and I really opened my eyes and, you know, got into the fashion space here, there are so many different designers and just local boutiques that are so amazing. And, you know, I think with Syracuse, you don't think there's a lot here. And then you find these little like vintage shops that have these amazing clothes, and the people working there are styling them, and it's gorgeous. And you're like, holy crap, this looks like it should be in New York City, you know? But there's a lot of places downtown that have really great clothing. There's a lot of designers from our local colleges like Lemoyne and SU that, you know, there are students that are young and like finding their footing, and they are really, really great.
Cool.
And they get to come and promote their stuff in our fashion shows. And it's really cool seeing them grow. In my time here, I feel like I've seen, you know, designers and boutiques with these great designs grow immensely. It's been really cool. But I recommend just walking around downtown and go. If there's a shop that you have been like eyeing and you're curious about, go in there.
Yeah.
You're going to find something.
Can you name a few of them? I don't mean to put you on the spot.
No,
like,
that's
but like,
okay.
but which
So,
ones? Like which?
yeah.
I don't know.
So there's the Cherry Pit, which I really, really love. They're a vintage shop. I'm a huge vintage lover. Everything about it, all of the clothing and things that I have, I try to get vintage because I think, one, they're made really well. They're made to last. They were made in 1990 and it's 2026. You know, they've lasted a good amount of time, and they're probably going to last a little bit longer. So I really love vintage shops. The Cherry Pit has been great because they have a few different vendors in that space, which is really cool. I stumbled in there on my lunch break one day, and I was like, oh my God, I got like 4 dresses, and it was amazing, and pieces I ended up wearing some of the fashion shows, so that's been really cool. They're one I really love. There was La Veranda. I really like their stuff as well. She's been really great. She showed some of her stuff in the fashion shows as well. Boom Babies, you know, if you want something more formal, they're really great for gowns. And then they also have a vintage shop too, which I didn't even know existed until I got breakfast and was walking around, and I was like, holy crap. And again, bought some stuff.
Cool.
But it's so cool, you know, there are these places that pop up that look really interesting that you don't really think anything of, you know, because it's smaller, and you walk in there and they have the most beautiful things that, you know, you've seen in a while. So
Yeah.
it's really cool.
Wonderful. If I am a young person and I'm like, fashion's cool. I like Tyra Banks. What do I do if I'm in Syracuse? How do I get involved? How do I start designing? How do I start modeling? How do I start getting inside of the fashion world here in Syracuse?
Yeah, so that's a great question. I guess if you want to start designing, or if you're interested in modeling or, doing makeup, those are all slightly different from one another. Syracuse Fashion Week has all of those combined. So I think it would be a really great opportunity to come to a show, talk to me, you reach out to me. I'm like more than willing to help anybody, especially if you want to get more involved with Syracuse Fashion Week, if you want more experience if you're a makeup artist and you want to build your portfolio and get experience in that fast-paced environment, come to Syracuse Fashion Week. I will hook you up and I'll get you a spot and you can start doing makeup on the models.
Cool.
I love it. And then we have a model casting usually for the models before the shows. That's really great too if you want to come and model. And if anything, it's really great practice too. If you haven't done modeling before and if you are interested in runway, it's really cool. You can go there, you can get some tips, some feedback, and that's really, really special. And then for designers, again, reach out to me. I love to promote the up and coming designers around here. I think, that's what Syracuse Fashion Week was, that's how we started, is there's these little boutiques and designers that are so great. And this is a really good spot for them to showcase their work. So
very cool.
Reach out to me. I will help you the best that I know how.
How do we reach out to you? What is your email?
So my email is my first and last name @gmail.com.
So can you spell that for us really quick?
Yep. So it's Zoe and then France like the country, money without the Y @gmail.
Gotcha. Fantastic. Cool. Cool. So when is the next? So if people are going to get involved, the earliest they can probably get involved, because this is entirely sold out except for 5 tickets, which is incredible. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
Absolutely. If they wanted to get involved in the next one, when should they start kind of thinking about like looking at, hey, cool, how can I apply to be a model, that sort of thing?
Yeah. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
You're fine.
Reach out to me immediately.
Okay. Right now.
After the shows end, which is this Saturday, we take Sunday to kind of breathe for a second, and then Monday, it's like, hey, what dates work for the next one for the fall? Yeah. And then we just kind of start rolling there. So once we decide on the dates, we start scouring the city for designers and all that good stuff. And then there will be casting and everything per usual. But yeah, definitely reach out to me like as soon as possible. I'm usually really good at remembering when somebody wants to get involved. As we get closer, I will reach out to you.
Cool.
I will get back, I promise.
That's wonderful. Do you guys have a larger mission? I know you mentioned you work a lot with the Syracuse Food Bank and everything, but do you have any like values or guiding principles that like, what does the organization kind of stand for? Is that something that you think about?
Yeah. So the motto here is kind of, we're inclusive, not exclusive. So we want everybody to feel comfortable and feel like they have a place in Syracuse Fashion Week, right? If you're a little girl and you've always wanted to model, like there are some designers that are mommy and me. We would love to, we'd love to see you. I think it's so great to focus on, everybody, rather than, you don't have to be like a 20-year-old fresh model. You can be anybody. And I think that's one of the great things about us is, we just want everybody to come, and we want to have a space for all the creatives here in Syracuse to come together and celebrate fashion and share ideas. And it's been really cool seeing, relationships blossom between like our hair and makeup artists and the different designers and the models. And some of the models have built such great relationships with the designers. So it's funny that the fashion show this year, some of the designers have the same models walking for them that have walked in prior years, just because they have built such close relationships, and it's been really great. But yeah, we just want to include everyone.
Wonderful. So inclusivity, that makes a lot of sense. That's very cool.
Yeah.
When did you start working with the Syracuse Food Bank?
So we started in 2014, and when we started the actual fashion show, so the week. We partnered with the Food Bank pretty early on, so right away.
Cool. Yeah. Wonderful. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, all right. If I'm coming next year, because this year's pretty much sold out, how do I buy tickets, and where? Go ahead and plug. Where can I get more tickets and information?
We are Syracuse Fashion Week everywhere. Go to SyracuseFashionWeek.com. You'll see our website with all of the show dates, the links to buy tickets, and then there's press and all that stuff too. So if you want to read a little bit more about us, you can do it there. And we're Syracuse Fashion Week on Instagram and Facebook and every platform.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, Zoe, thank you so much. Seriously, I
Yeah.
really appreciate the conversation. And thank you guys for watching. My name is Noah Chrysler. This is Good News York. See you next time.